Hi, I'm Tom and this is my top 5 from round 3. In at number 5, this is a Green Lantern display, obviously. I just like the way this one tells the whole story from beginning to end of Sinestro starting out the Yellow Lanterns. Some nice effects, some nice cutouts, but I think the most impressive thing about this one is the just vast number of Green Lantern figures. He also does some good dead figures. I think there's definitely a skill to making people look dead or at least passed out. Sometimes the figures look too static, but he makes them look good and floppy. I also like the fact first time I watched this, by the time I got to the end of reading the Sinestro Corps thing, I'd read that right at the right point, which was nice group shot at the end there. In at number 4, I think I like this one because it appeared to be sort of 3 small displays next to each other of Captain America, Thor and Iron Man at the end there. There's some really good effects, some nice cutouts, it just seems quite fun as well. I don't think this one takes itself too seriously. I'm especially a fan of the way the shield sort of streaks through. That's a nice effect. And the big cutouts that are nice and easy to read. The backgrounds obviously are awesome on this, and I like that as usual. I think that's a nice touch. This lightning effect is pretty good coming up here. This last one I feel it's got less going on than the other two, but it's nicely framed and it's nicely set up. I think it looks a little bit better in the pictures at the end. Especially not this picture but the next one. I think that one looks particularly nice. In at number 3, again some good dead people. I think this one got so high on my list partly because I'm a fan of the Fantastic Four. Obviously there's Thanos coming through there. Good backgrounds again. Different scale figures in the different displays here. I like the way that he's used the holes in the background to show where they are. This fire effect is awesome, and that's really, really nice and looks like it is literally straight out of the comic book. Again, a different hole in the background you can see there. I also liked the Invisible Woman actually being invisible. That's a nice touch, and you can see some sort of landscape in comic book form through the hole. There's some good posing and some good props in this one as well. I'm also a fan of how he used that Reed Richards with the big hammer hand. He really looks like he's moving, quite dynamic. Number 2, I think this one gets in partly just because of the sheer scale of it. This is absolutely huge. It goes through this shot here, it could virtually just rely on this shot to get into my top 5. It just looks very cinematic. There's a lot of action going on there. I like how he focuses on the different characters and they're all doing something. There's no pointless added in characters that aren't doing anything and it really look like they should have been left out. Everyone in there is there for a reason and everyone adds something cool to it. There's a lot more to this, you know, the whole setup. Like I said, the scale, it goes up into the buildings. This crashing through the window effect is quite nice. I like that he just passes over those stairs. They were quite nice, but just to have them as a quick bit in the video is nice. This ending as well really made me, it put a smile on my face and went, oh, that's cool, when I first saw it. To actually have a bit of Wolverine skeleton in there. Proper geek moment when you look at that. I think that's tinfoil, not adamantium there. Number 1. Okay, once again this is Mindless Spot Tube has come in at number 1, so I think that goes to show this guy knows what he's doing. I mean, nicely placed cutouts, he tells the story really nicely. There's not a moment in this video where there's nothing happening. It's always on to the next thing. You see a really nice transition, sort of the changing shape here. I think the best part of it for me is you watch the whole video and you see how much is going on, and then when it pans out you realise that the whole thing's inside, you know, a small detail, and he just makes this tiny space look so big because he's crammed so much into it. This is the shot here where you just realise that it's all crammed in there. Good stuff.